Hello people. Hope you are staying at home while watching this video. To keep you entertained, I chose the best trilogies by far from superhero movies, which are never going to be forgotten. Enjoy. Batman of Christopher Nolan. The first trilogy is the Batman of Christopher Nolan. This trilogy is one of the best superheroes trilogies the world has ever seen. In my opinion, these are the best Batman movies ever made, especially the Dark Knight movie. Who remembers when the best Joker ever made Batman went crazy on Gotham City? Or when Bane destroyed Batman in a way we had never seen before? Those were epic moments. The Dark Knight movie is by far the best movie from the trilogy, but let's not forget Batman Begins.
I'm Batman.
This movie explained the origin story of Batman and shows how he stopped one of the most iconic DC villains, Ra's al Ghul, from destroying Gotham City. As all superheroes, Batman fell in love, but he couldn't be with the woman he loved in order to protect her. The trilogy had some great villains, such as Harvey Dent and Talia al Ghul, as well as Ra's and Bane. Transformers. This trilogy is one of the most complete and exciting trilogies ever. It's impossible to not put it in the list of the best superheroes trilogies. This had everything. Suspense, drama, action and terror, all genres in movies from characters that were not even close to being humans. Here's for congratulating the effort and imagination of the director. This trilogy had a lot of exciting moments. Who remembers the Bumblebee scene where he entered Sam's house as they were attacked? Or the fight on the pyramids in the Revenge of the Fallen movie? Or the saddest moment from the trilogy, when Optimus Prime was killed? One of the most important villains was Megatron, the leader of the Decepticons. In the trilogy, Sam had a love case, and I think everyone knows who I'm talking about. Megan Fox was in the first two movies, but for an unknown reason she was gone for the third installment. Spider-Man of Tobey Maguire. The new Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland are great, but the best Spider-Man movies ever made were from Sam Raimi. Tobey was a great actor and did a great job at playing Peter Parker. This movie was very controversial because Peter Parker already had the web in his body, unlike the comics and the new movies. Mary Jane was the girl Peter was in love with since middle school, but he couldn't be with her, as most heroes. In this trilogy, there are different villains, especially in the third movie, where Sandman, Venom and the dark side of Harry Osborn were the villains. In the other two movies, Dr. Octopus is the villain, who was changed because of a failed experiment. The most important villain of the trilogy was Green Goblin, the father of Harry Osborn. If you're looking to remember the Marvel superheroes before the Marvel Cinematic Universe, this is one of the best trilogies to do so. Captain America, the first Avenger, the one who started the Marvel story we all know. He was just a regular guy trying to enter the US Army, but he wasn't capable. Later, he got his powers from an experiment during a war between America and Germany. He got his famous red and blue shield made out of vibranium and adamantium, which he always uses. In the first movie, the villain was Red Skull, an Nazi agent trying to destroy the US Army. The captain loved Peggy Carter, but the relationship ended when he had a plane crash and slept for 70 years. In the second movie, Captain America is attacked by S.H.I.E.L.D. Bucky Barnes made an appearance, although not in the way people expected. The final movie is one of the best movies from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There's a lot of different characters fighting each other. Helmut Zemo wanted revenge after all of his loved ones died in the first Avengers movie, and he got it. He made the Avengers turn on each other and break the bonds they had. Iron Man, the character who started the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and is maybe the most iconic and emblematic character from Marvel. Tony Stark, a genius billionaire, made an iron suit as an escape after being kidnapped in the desert. The people who kidnapped him were paid by a badass Stain, who tried to close down Stark Industries to create Iron Men as a means to fight terrorism. In the first movie, we can see him perfecting his equipment. By the second movie, he's already in love with his personal assistant, Pepper, who eventually becomes his wife. Some new characters from the MCU appear in that movie. In the third movie, Tony loses everything in the fight, but that's an MCU thing, to make it more dramatic. After all, the story always finishes the same way. Thor, the god of thunder, one of the most powerful characters in the complete world of Marvel. In this trilogy, one of his most emblematic and powerful enemies is his half-brother, Loki. In the trilogy, Thor fights for Asgard, the place where he lived, and where Loki tried to kill him, so he could be the new king. Another important character was Hela, who appeared in the third movie, Thor, Ragnarok. It is unknown if he is a brother of Thor, like he appeared in the Thor movies, or the son of Loki, like it was mentioned in the Marvel comics. X-Men, a world of superheroes. This trilogy has the movies with the higher number of humans with superpowers. We can see characters like Wolverine, Magneto, Charles Xavier, Mystique, Lady Deathstrike, Cyclops, and so much more. In this trilogy I would say that the best movie is X-Men 3, The Final Battle. There we can see how Magneto, the most powerful villain, gathers a powerful army to fight the people who won't support his cause. A must-see trilogy. It also starts the next X-Men movies, as well as for the Wolverine trilogy. Wolverine, the adamantium superhero. In this trilogy we can see where Logan came from, and how he got his adamantium body. In the first movie, some superheroes and villains appeared. We can see Deadpool, Cyclops, Agent Zero, William Stryker and many more. Very spectacular movie. In the second movie we can see how Wolverine fights in Japan with new enemies, and in the last movie from the trilogy, Logan, we can see a powerful but sick Wolverine, trying to survive and save new characters. Terminator. Arnold Schwarzenegger does a great job at playing the Terminator. In this trilogy we can see how the Terminator comes back from the future to save the world, as well as Sarah and John Connor. The enemy is Skynet, a network trying to destroy the Earth. You maybe saw or heard about this trilogy because of Arnold and his famous quotes.
Hasta la vista, baby.
That was seen on Terminator 2, Judgment Day, or another one that was seen on the first two movies.
I'll be back.
This trilogy is extremely exciting. It has very powerful villains that don't care about humans. They have a mission of killing someone, and there is nothing in the world that changes that, because they are robots. Thank you for watching the video.